Good afternoon, students. Now we'll go ahead in this chapter of French Revolution. In the last video, we had seen about the subsistence crisis, why it happens, and what do we mean by subsistence crisis. We have gone through all this in our last. So now, but when we talk about subsistence crisis, the poor people like workers and peasants, they were not so strong economically and financially that they could make a very big large scale revolution. They could fight for their rights, but they could not create much of the impact because they were powerless and also they were very poor. So there came a new kind of a generation or new kind of people or a new kind of social class called as middle class. Now okay, we'll go one by one. Peasants and workers lacked the means they lacked the sources like monetary sources or powerful. They were not powerful, so lacked the sources to carry out full scale revolt. They wanted to revolt, but they were not able to revolt in a full scale. So what happened? In the 18th century, you can see a new emergence of social group, which is called as middle class. They earned a lot from the expanding trade. Because they were middle class, they were into business, they were into trade and commerce, and because of this trade, they earned somewhat wealth. So they were better than poor people, and they had So what is the topic we are going to study now is a growing middle class envisages an end to privileges. So here a term is there, envisages. Envisages means having a vision of future. So a middle class came out which had a vision in their mind in future to end privileges. Because privileges were given to estate 1 and 2, which were clergy and nobility, that they would pay less taxes, so they were rich. So by birth they were nobility and clergy, not because of their merit. So now in this middle class, not only traders or merchants were there, but there were certain other people like lawyers, administrative officials. So what happened? These people, lawyers and administrative officials, certain teachers, not teachers exactly, because teaching was given to the clergy, that was in estate 1. So lawyers, administrative officials, bank clerks, so all these people were educated. And so what they wanted, the privileges or the benefits should be given to people who have that capability or that caliber or they have that merit. It should not be by birth. Because what used to happen in France, if I am a noble, so my son will also become a noble. He will be rich. He will be getting privileges. So they wanted, because they were educated, so they wanted it should be clear. It should be transparent. If they want to give certain benefits or privileges, it should be given to the poor or the people who have the merit. Okay, so this was their idea. All these were educated people, this middle class, especially lawyers and administrative officials, and believed that no group in society should be privileged by birth. Rather, a person's social position must depend on his merit. This was the vision, or this was the ideas which they had in their mind. There are two major names or philosophers who gave this, who gave more input to these ideas. So these ideas, envisaging means having a vision of future, a society based on freedom and equal laws. So that there should be freedom, equal laws should be there for all, and there should be opportunities for all. It should not be that rich people are rich and poor are poor. So this was put forward by two main philosophers. One was John Locke, we call Locke, and Jean Rousseau. His name was Jean-Jacques Rousseau. We call it Rousseau. Okay. So now what Locke said in his two treatises of government, Locke sought to refute means to refuse, to deny the doctrine of the divine and absolute right of the monarch. Because at that time, King Louis XVI was the monarch. Louis XVI was the monarch, and he did whatever he wanted. He had the absolute power. That means power was given to one single person at a single position. So whatever he wanted, he did. So they were against this. They wanted that it should not, the absolute power should not lie in one person. It should be distributed. How? That we'll see further what he said. Rousseau carried idea forward, proposing a form of government based on a social contract between people and their representatives. That means government should be elected by the people and its representatives. It should not be that the monarch's son will become again a monarch, but a government should be formed where the government should be elected by the people. It should be a contract. Like if the people does not like, they can change the government. They can elect a new person, like what we do in elections. So this was something which was proposed by the Rousseau. Now, in the spirit of the laws, Montesquieu is another philosopher. What he proposed, a division of power within the government. Government also, they should not have power on one hand. It should be distributed. It should be shared. Between whom? Between the legislative, executive and judiciary, which we also have in India now. So they proposed, Montesquieu proposed that the power in government should also be shared. There should be a division of power among legislative, executive and judiciary. This thing, how they got the idea, because this was based on the government formed in USA. This model of government was put in force in the USA, that is United States of America, after the 13 colonies declared their independence from Britain. You know, colonies, when the Europeans came and they settled there for trade, they tried to impose their laws on the local people. So they were called colonies. So 13 different, you can say, countries were there where the Britain was ruling. They all came together, they declared themselves independence, and they had this kind of separation of powers like judiciary, executive and legislative. With this, the American Constitution gave a kind of idea, a kind of vision. The American Constitution and its guarantee of individual rights was an important example for political thinkers of France. Those who were politically active in France, they also thought, because America has taken this step that it has given equality to all and also individual rights are being protected. So they also thought that the same thing or the same kind of concept should be brought in France also. So they struggled for it. Now these ideas were now discussed, because these things were discussed among the people. So they made clubs in coffee houses, they will meet in some hotels and they will discuss these things. The ideas of this philosopher were discussed intensively, means very deeply it was discussed. In salons where they go for haircut and all, and coffee houses where they meet for coffee, we drink tea. They will discuss at that time and spread among the people through books and newspapers. They not only discussed, but they wrote articles in newspaper, they wrote certain books about this and it was published. So it went to the common people also. Not only the educated were discussing this, but it was spread all over the France. Also, these things were read in the coffee houses or in groups. Why they used to read it loudly? Because so that people who cannot read, they can at least understand this. Now, if I say, we have some kids who are not educated, like small babies, 3 years, they never went to school, but they can understand the language very properly. So, though people who are uneducated, those who cannot read and write, at least they can understand it. So, these things or these ideas were read aloud in the groups, so that all can get the idea of a free France, where all will have equal rights and their individual rights and everyone will be treated equally. Fine. But after all this, during these things which were happening, what were discussions were going on, one thing happened, that there was a news that Louis XVI, he was the monarch at the time of French Revolution. So you should know this name also. So Louis XVI, it was a news that Louis XVI was now planning to impose more taxes. Already the third estate is giving a lot of taxes, but now it was a news that Louis XVI is going to increase the taxes. And because of this, what happened? And why he wanted to increase the taxes? Because he wanted to meet the expenses of the government. Because a country runs on the basis of money. Suppose our country is making dams, they are making schools, hospitals. How they make it? From where does the money come? It comes from the taxes given by the people. There are different kind of taxes which are given. We have now GST, that is goods and services tax. We have income tax. We have property tax, wealth tax. So there are different kinds of tax. Similarly, what happened to run the government of France or to run the country of France, it was a news that Louis XVI is going to increase the taxes. Now this generated a kind of anger in the people of France. Already they are paying so much of taxes, now they are again increasing it. So what happened? The news that Louis XVI planned to impose further taxes to be able to meet the expenses of the state generated anger and protest against the system of privileges. Now, why protest against the system of privileges? Because nobility was privileged, clergy was privileged, estate 1 and estate 2, they did not have to pay much of the taxes. So they were privileged. So that same kind of privilege they also wanted. So they became angry and they planned to protest. From here they started protesting. We are now coming, slowly we are coming into the French Revolution. First we have seen one incident, then now we are coming into the French Revolution, what happened now. Because some people were there who had an ideas of equality, they discussed everything, they made clubs, these were spread throughout the France. Certain philosophers like John Locke, Rousseau, Montesquieu, they all gave certain ideas, these ideas were spread, and then when the news came that the Louis XVI is going to again increase the taxes, they had a lot of anger in their heart and they started to protest against it. Okay, I hope you are understanding this, because it's a history, it's sequence of events. We will go event wise, and in the final video when we will complete this chapter, I will make a short video again and we'll revise all these sequences in a proper way. Okay, thank you guys, thank you, have a nice day.